If your Google ads aren't showing up at the top of the page where you'd like them to, or your cost per clicks are costing a lot more than you'd like, then all of this plays a role in ad rank. And in today's video, we'll walk you through what you can do to improve ad rank inside your own campaign. Now, to explain how ad rank works, I found this really simple formula that, if you understand, will explain the vast majority of what actually goes into determining your ad rank. And ad rank is just where your ad appears on the page. So if your ad rank could be 1, then it's the top position of the page. Whereas if your ad rank is the third position, then your ad is shown third below 2 of your competitors. And the main two components that go into determining your ad rank is what you're bidding, so your max bid limit, and also the quality of your ads as well. And these are the two main components that go into determining your ad rank. And using this simple formula where you multiply your maximum bid by your quality score will give you an ad rank score, and the higher your ad rank score will determine where you actually appear on the page and also your cost per click as well. And this was exactly how ad rank was determined before. It was simply just your max bid multiplied by your quality score, which would give you an ad rank score, and this was how Google would decide who gets each position on the page. But now ad rank also depends on some other factors, including how likely your assets are going to perform, the competitiveness of the auction, and the format of the ads themselves. But if you understand that overall your ad rank is basically how competitively you're bidding as well as the quality of your ads, then that's 90% of what really goes into determining your overall ad rank. So most might assume that if you just simply bid as high as possible, then that is the quickest way of increasing your ad rank. And it is the way of least effort to increase your ad rank, because the more you bid, the more likely you are to start ranking higher, because Google obviously works on a pay per click system. And if you're telling Google that you're willing to pay more per click, then they're going to rank you more for that because they know that they can charge you more per click. But you can see in this example here that somebody with the maximum bid of $8, for example, ended up having the highest cost per click, even though they ranked lowest out of these four examples. So what's really important to understand as well is that if you can simply make the quality of your ads higher, then you don't always necessarily have to be bidding the most to have the highest ad rank. So you can rank above your competitors at the top of the page and not be paying even half as high a cost per click as them. So the first thing to understand is your maximum bid and your quality score are both going to have the biggest impact on your overall ad rank. And the higher that each of them are, the higher the likelihood that you're going to have a higher ad rank than any of your competitors, especially if you're bidding really competitively. So, for example, if you're bidding the highest, for example, $8, and then you had a perfect quality score, then your ad rank score here would be 80. And obviously, meaning that you're going to rank much higher than any of these competitors. But because the quality of their ads are so good in this example, that they don't even need to be bidding too aggressively to still rank above them. Because as we mentioned, the higher the ad rank score from multiplying your max bid and quality score, the higher this number, the higher your ranking basically. And as you can see as well, it's not always who ranks the highest is paying the highest cost per click, even though in a lot of cases, a lot of companies will just simply keep bidding higher and higher, rank above their competitors, but neglect the quality of their ads, and as a result they're just paying a lot more than they have to be ranking where they are. So as we saw previously from the diagram, the first way you can improve your ad rank is just increasing your max bid. So for example, if we decided to increase our target CPA here, then we'd be bidding more aggressively and likely to increase our ad rank as a result. So this mainly applies as well if you're running with maximized clicks and you have a maximum cost per click bid limit set. The higher your maximum cost per click bid limit, the more competitive you are and the more likely you are to rank higher as well. But now the next component that you really do not want to neglect is the quality of your ads, because as we've seen from that example, it's almost a multiplier that goes into really determining where you're going to rank. So it's not always about bidding as most people would assume. So we really want to make sure the quality of our ads are on point. And to increase our quality score as well, I have a separate video that goes into much more detail on that. So I'll leave the link above to that video if you'd like to check it out. But just to briefly summarize, what you really want to do is have highly compelling ad copy. And to do this, you want to have ad copy that's likely to have a high click-through rate. And to have high click-through rate, you want to make sure that your ad copy is highly relevant to the actual keywords of that ad group. So you can see here, for example, in this ad, the headline 1 is artificial grass installation. And the reason for that is because all of the keywords of this ad group are related to artificial grass installation. And in the next headline, then we have get a free quote in minutes. So we're trying to make it as much of a no brainer as possible to get in touch, because we're not expecting them to commit now to actually getting the job done, but just to get a free quote, which has no obligations. And then in the third headline, then we like to have social proof as well. So how many actual 5-star reviews that they've got. And as well in the descriptions as well, we have plenty of mention of the service that's being offered, benefits of why they would choose this company, and call to action as well, saying to call us today to get in touch. And as you can see from this ad, for example, for the last 30 days, there's a click-through rate of over 17%, meaning that Google will deem this ad highly relevant, giving it a high expected click-through rate, which is going to increase the quality score of the keywords of that ad group, because Google knows that people are finding this ad highly relevant with the percentage of the time that the ad is actually being clicked on. The next thing you want to do then is make sure that ad relevance is on point, meaning that all of the keywords in each ad group are relevant to one another. So as we mentioned for this artificial grass installation ad group, all of the keywords in this ad group are worded differently, but more or less mean the exact same thing. So we know that if anybody searches for one of these keywords or a search term of this keyword, that they're going to see an ad that's highly relevant to what they're searching for, which is why this ad had such a high click-through rate, and is what's necessary as well to make sure that the ad relevance score is high, because that's the second component that goes into determining your overall quality score. And the last thing you really want to have on point then as well to determining the overall quality of your ads is having a good landing page experience. So you want to make sure that they land on a page once they click on your ad that is highly aligned with the keywords and ad copy of that ad group, but also a page that gives the user a good user experience from the very beginning. So it's really easy to navigate. You make it really clear exactly what you're offering, and they're not landing on a page that they're just going to bounce off of straight away because it's not what they're looking for. So you want to make it really clear from the very beginning that one, you offer exactly what they're looking for, but also that they can trust you as well. So make sure you include a lot of social proof on the landing page, because if on average people are spending, for example, less than 20% on your landing page, that's a good indication to Google that people aren't having a good experience on your landing page. And what you should do as well to improve your overall landing page experience is, first of all, make sure it loads quickly. And we have a separate video on that as well, using the Page Speed Insights tool, where you can simply check that your landing page is loading quickly, which is really important to make sure that they actually go through to your landing page. And also mobile experience as well. So a lot of the time the landing pages themselves will be made on desktop, but you need to make sure that it's more or less laid out the exact same way on mobile as well, because most of the traffic that you do get come from mobile. So you want to make sure that the overall experience that somebody has when they land on your landing page is as high as it possibly can be. And that's the last real component in determining the overall quality of your ads. Now, I hope this video helped and gave you some clarity on what you can do to improve your overall ad rank so that your ads are ranking higher than your competitors. And as we mentioned, it's mainly what you're bidding and the overall quality of your ads that go into determining where you rank amongst them. And the formula we showed at the beginning wasn't the only two components that go into determining your ad rank, but if you understand that they are the main two components to be aware of, then you'll likely achieve a much higher ad rank than if you were to simply just get more aggressive with your bidding and spending more budget than you really need to. So now I hope this video helped. And if you do have any questions as well on anything we mentioned inside this video or anything else related to Google Ads in general, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you do like this Google Ads related content as well, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as we'll be posting all things related to Google Ads here daily. And if you are a service-based business looking for further help refining your own campaigns, feel free to have a look at the link in the description. And if you do like this Google Ads related content as well, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as we'll be posting all things related to Google Ads here daily. And hopefully we'll see you inside the next video.